Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be using the Maker Forte in collaboration with Alex Siberia design to a friend and the Slimline Stencil bouncing ball. I started by putting the girl in the mini Misty, and I'm stamping her with some Copic friendly ink on some Copic friendly paper. And I'm going to use some Copic colors to color her in. While I let the ink dry a little bit so it doesn't smear, I took a slimline panel and I taped it with some washi tape on the back of the bouncing ball stencil. I used some post-it note tape to tape off the top and the bottom to protect the white edges. And I used one of my favorite pinks and yellow inks from my stash with a blending brush and just randomly colored in the different areas, overlapping to create an orange. I love these two colors. I like the color, the brightness of them, and just how they blend well together. Pink and yellow are some of my favorites, especially for spring. Then I peeled off the stencil and carefully peeled off all the tape. And next I'm going to color in my the girl. I have the ink colors lined up here, and I'm going to freeze the frame because I used some RVs, and I've already put them away, so I forgot the actual colors, but I believe I freeze the frame up. So here I'm going to quickly color in. I always start with my darkest color and then go to a medium and then the lightest. This time I actually used 3 colors, or I'm sorry, a 4-color blend, just because I'm missing a middle color there and I wanted a better transition. Once I had my first layer down, I did go back and do a second layer. Sometimes I do this when I'm not exactly happy with the blend, or how well, if I'm not saturated enough. So it gives it just a better coverage and the colors blend a little bit better together. And after I'm done with the hat, I moved on to yellow for the flowers. Here's the shot. RV02, RV04, RV06, and RV11. And for the yellow, I used Y08 and Y17. And I did do a double blend on both of on the flowers too. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I was off camera when I colored in her skin, so I cut that part out and then re-added in the part where I started with her hair. I just grabbed some brown markers, just a dark, a medium, a light. I'm not super good with hair right now, but I just kind of blend it together until I thought it looked nice. And then I'm going to fussy cut them out, which I left in the video. I know I'm off screen, but one thing I do is I just turn the paper. I don't turn my scissors, and I am cutting directly on the black, right on the edge of the black line. And then I cut off at the bottom because I did not want any white edges to show this time. And then I'm going to use my black 120 marker here. This is just a different alcohol marker just to do the edges, and it doesn't show any of the white, and it gives it a more finished look. I do that for all my fussy cutting that doesn't have any white edges. So next I'm going to use my original Misty and line up my panel in it, and then I'm going to use the girl to line up my sentiment, which is the To a Good Friend, also from the same stamp set, and I used my corners, my Misty corners, to line it up. And then I'm going to just use a scrap of yellow paper, and I use some of the same yellow and pink ink to blend to give it a little bit of an orangey color. I'm going to use my trimmer here to cut it down to about 1 inch. And then I'm going to use some glue to attach that to my card front. Just above the sentiment, I stamp the sentiment in a black ink. And then I'm going to use some liquid glue to attach the girl. and tuck her under the edge here a little bit, and then I will flip it over and cut any overhang off. Next, I will get my slimline panel. I had to use my fingernail file to take some of the rough edges off. And my panels are always 8.5 by 7, scored at 3.5, folded and creased. And then I just use some tape runner to attach my card, leaving a little bit of a white at the top and bottom and a tiny bit on the side. And here is the second card I made, except in this case, I forgot to actually cover the top and bottom, so I have the pink. So I added a little piece of pink cardstock to cover up my ink blending. I hope you enjoyed my video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and have a great day.